Welcome back to the channel. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. I'm talking low because it's super late. And today we're talking about the In the Heights controversy. It's muted for copyright reasons. So what is the In the Heights controversy? So to break it down, um, it's set in in Washington Heights, which is a largely Dominican um, one area with a lot of Dominican people that are darker skinned than per se Anthony Ramos, who was right there. He was more lighter skinned, but still in the Hispanic Latino community. And basically, people are upset that it's accusing it of being colorist and not living up to the true reality of the Heights and kind of using lighter skinned Latinos, which has been an issue for a long time. So, first of all, I want to say this is a legit controversy. You shouldn't downplay it, but I definitely do think that we shouldn't bring down fellow Afro Latinos or people in our own community because we don't think it's good enough. This actress right here identifies as Afro Latino, but obviously she's a lighter Afro Latino. And there was a TikTok that a woman did that said, my darker skinned daughter cannot see a lead that looks like her, but my lighter skinned daughter can. And I'm like, if the leads were all darker skinned, then you'd be saying the same thing about your lighter skinned daughter. So no matter what was going to happen, there was going to be controversy, but maybe not as prevalent as what it is now. And I think that personally, I don't like that people are attacking other people and saying, hey, you're not good enough, or invalidating them. And Anthony Ramos actually said that he was so happy that a movie was coming out like this where people that look like him were being represented. And I just feel like it almost seems kind of like reverse racism in a way that, lighter skinned people think that darker skinned people aren't good enough. And in the Broadway show, Benny had a storyline where he had to go visit his girlfriend's family, and the girlfriend's dad didn't like him because he was too dark, and they don't like dark skinned people. And so that same theory applies in the real world, where darker skinned Afro Latinos don't like that lighter skinned Afro Latinos or lighter skinned Latinos are portraying themselves. And I definitely do think we want to be more accurate, and you know we should be going after the studios and the people that did this. But this film was still very positive, great representation, did not stereotype anyone. And it's a movie that should be celebrated, uplifted, and we should be supporting our fellow people in our community instead of bringing them down. But we can address the criticism in a way that's constructive. And I feel like it's just been very negative and cancel culturally without really showing the positives, because this movie was a flop. It did not do well at the box office. It did not do good on HBO Max. And my fear is that Hollywood's racist impulses, that films that don't have big leads in them or that have this diverse of a cast don't work, and so they won't make any more of them, which is why films like Marvel's Black Panther did so well, and why we're getting more films of diversity in the MCU, because it made up $1 billion and it was a proven success. Hollywood doesn't go on ethics and morals, it goes by money. And if a movie's successful, they'll be willing to take more risks when it comes to diversity and comic book films and storylines and all that stuff. So I think that it's sad that this film is not successful, because it was successful. Hollywood will take more chances and you actually get what you want. And I think there's so much to celebrate from this movie. So I encourage everyone to see this movie, support it, but listen to the criticism and don't invalidate it, because it is very valid and Hollywood should do better. But the movie that we got is the movie that we've got, and it's still pretty amazing, and it's not breadcrumbs or settling for anything. Um, and yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say on this whole In the Heights controversy. Um, I'm gonna just replay the trailer because I think I have more to say. Um, oh, and yeah, and like essentially, I don't like that people are your viral TikTok, your viral tweet isn't gonna do anything. Like In the Heights colorism issues, and that's a Hollywood issue. You want to change that? Become a Hollywood executive. You don't like that Hamilton kind of glorifies the founding fathers, which there was some criticism from Hamilton, but I think it's done more good than bad. Go become an educator and teach people about the real history, and that America was built not by these guys really, but by slaves. Do things instead of complain, because your viral Twitter tweet and your TikTok isn't going to do anything. And it's so funny that Gen Z is willing to say this, but yet they won't ask someone at the grocery store, where's the cabbage? Where is the cabbage? Where is the bread? They won't ask that because it's too much work. So stop complaining and do things actively instead of complain about them. Um, and that's just my preaching to the whole choir about Gen Z and cancel culture, and that Lin-Manuel is someone that shouldn't be attacked. He's done so many great things. He's done some not so great things like Puerto Rico and that whole controversy. But if you don't like it, change it. But oh wait, you don't want to do that. You'd rather sit at home, go on your phone, make a viral video, move on with your life, and complain and criticize without being constructive or actively doing things. And that's what upsets me the most. So moving on to a more lighter topic, Playbill, big news. Sydney productions of Hamilton, Come From Away, and more are shuttering due to COVID spikes. I hate that that's happening, but luckily, some shows in the West End are still opening. Oh, Cinderella Teacher came out on Amazon Prime with Billy Porter. Seemed alright, but I'm not completely sold on it yet. But there's a lot of big shows, movie musicals, and Broadway coming back in September, and that's gonna be a big month if you're a musical theater fan. Ephraim Sykes withdrew from the MJ show. Nothing much to say about that. Harry Potter will reopen as a one show instead of two parts. I'm super sad about this, but economically it makes more sense, and maybe they'll redo the plot to make it better. But you can still see it in like the UK and all that stuff in two parts. The Prince of Egypt will resume performances in July 1st. Six is going to tour America in 2022. Trevor is announcing a national virtual casting call if you're interested in that. And I think there was another piece of news. Henry Koenig Jr., who I have no idea, is playing Daddy Warbucks, and they're still looking for Annie. Such a bland show. I'm sorry, but I just don't want to see that. I'm going to watch it. On Be Motel started its run. Super excited that it did so well. It sold out. Please go and see it. And I'm such a huge fan of Be Motel. I'm so excited that it is back on a big stage. And people made the West End debut, and Be Motel's in the same theater as Rent was. And then Jaws inspired The Shark is Berlin, and it's confirmed new West End dates, whatever that is. And that appears. Oh, Springsteen on Broadway reopened, and it's so weird that Springsteen would be reopening Broadway, and there were people that were protesting. I don't want to say about what, but it was obviously very stupid. And that's pretty much all the news I have. So thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you guys saw on this controversy. Sorry for the low energy, but hopefully you understood what I'm saying. And see you in the next video about fans and stands. Love ya, and cannot wait for more B-Way news and controversies.